Hey everyone, Video Game Lover here, and I'm a day late on this because I had to go to an Atlanta Braves game, but it was 30 years ago yesterday. One of my favorite consoles of all time, and one of the greatest Nintendo consoles as well as one of the greatest consoles ever made came out. The legendary Super Nintendo. I can't believe this thing is 30 years old now. Can you believe it? I still remember 10 years ago when this thing turned just 20 years old. But man, this system, what is there to really say about this system? It's just so legendary. Some of the greatest games of all time came to on this system. The only system that I think that could stand a chance against the Super Nintendo is the PS2. Outside of that, this system is damn near invincible. It has it all, from an amazing controller, from the phenomenal games that Nintendo made, from the phenomenal third-party games that came out on this. This system had it all. So I can't believe it. This console is just too damn good. So for this video, I'm going to show off my Super Nintendo collection. Now, I'm not going to show off the controllers and things like that, and I wasn't able to find that other box Super Nintendo game I have. So without further ado, we begin. So this is the only box Super Nintendo game that's really worth showing, and it's Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. I got this in the 2018 Southeast Game Exchange. I think I only paid like 25 bucks for it, or 30 bucks. So really happy to have this into the collection. So really awesome. This is a great version, although I do prefer the Genesis version a little bit more, but nonetheless it's still a great version. So let's get right to the games, and a lot of them are kind of all disorganized, so let's start with this stack. We've got Sonic Blast Man. This is the first one. This game is okay, but Sonic Blast Man 2 is a lot better. This is still a decent beat 'em up by Taito, so yeah, that one's okay. Now we have over here we have the Rival Turf Trilogy. So, Rival Turf, this was one of the first beat 'em ups on the Super Nintendo made by Jurassic. The reason this game kind of got hyped up, even with its cheesy art, is because this game actually had 2 players. So, Final Fight didn't have that. So, this was your first beat 'em up to have co-op. It's okay. I like the music in this game, but it's okay. So, the problem is the hit detection is a little iffy, and it's overall just mediocre. Next up we have Brawl Brothers. This game is very interesting because 1, this is the sequel to Rival Turf, and 2, there's a code that you can play the Japanese version. The Japanese version is way better because some of the levels in the US version have mazes, and the Japanese version, there's no mazes. It's a lot easier, and I recommend the Japanese version of this game. So there's a code that you can play the Japanese version, which is really, really awesome. So great game, and it has a really good soundtrack. And next up, this game has blown up expensive. This game is like $100 right now. I was able to get this for like $30 in 2014. Peacekeepers. This is the third game. Now, problem with this game is that you have to go to the options mode to make sure you add music, because if not, there's no music. And the problem is that half the music here is gone. All the music is in the Japanese version, which that's kind of the better version, but this is still a good game, especially if you know how to play it well, like doing the special moves. You don't know how to do the special moves, this game could actually suck really bad, so, but Peacekeepers is a good one. Next up we have Jurassic Part 2, The Chaos Continues. This is almost an awesome game. This game has amazing graphics, amazing music, and the gameplay is good considering this is an Ocean game. Ocean game is notorious of having, making bad games. What kind of hurts this game is that the game is way too hard. This is one of the hardest games I've ever played. This game is very difficult, and I just can't get far into it. It's a very hard game. Of course, Cybernator. This is a great game. Konami actually didn't make this game, they just published it. I forgot who was it that actually made it, but this is a great run and gun game. So, check that one out. Of course, we have one of the greatest RPGs ever made, Final Fantasy 3, or aka Final Fantasy 6. I mean, what is there to say about this game? This game is a masterpiece. Amazing story, amazing music. I mean, this game is just beyond legendary. If you haven't played this game, I highly recommend playing this game. It's unbelievable. We have Yoshi's Island. This is an all-time classic game. So this game has aged the test of time. This is a game that you can still pop in and just be blown away by the colorful graphics. So, really awesome game. I absolutely love Yoshi's Island so much. And it's crazy, it's been 15 years I played it. The first time I played it was on the GBA. But I eventually got a cartridge. It only cost, it says I paid 15, I actually only paid 12 in the flea market. So, really happy to have that game. I'm saving those two games later. So, let's get right into, I guess we'll get to this little stack here. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. This is a classic port of Street Fighter 2. This is the one you get to play as M. Bison, all of them, and you can play it on Turbo, which is awesome. NBA Jam. Oh my god, this thing got really dusty. NBA Jam Termination. I actually do not like this version anymore. I actually prefer the 32X and Genesis version because this version doesn't have music during the gameplay, which I think that's dumb. So it sucks because I like the title theme of this version, but I used to grow up with this version, but I really like the Genesis one more. That's just me. And of course, the infamous first Mortal Kombat port. Honestly, I wasn't bothered with the fact that there was no blood in it. It's really the controls and the gameplay that makes this version bad. So the music's still good, but that version was not very good. Let's go through this stack. Super Street Fighter 2. It's crazy, it's been 15 years I got this. I remember being so hyped when I got it. I really enjoy this. Is my go-to version of Street Fighter to play on Super Nintendo. I really like it. The only thing I just didn't like was the change of the sound of the music. They went with the Mega Man X sound engine, and I just think some of the songs didn't sound good on it. That's just me though. The legendary Super Mario Kart. This is the game that started it all. Now looking back, it's not the most amazing Mario Kart, but you have to remember, this is where the franchise started it. So yeah, so very happy to have that. Sorry about that, hold on. Sorry about that, some North Carolina guy wants to call me. Telephone marketers, but yeah. Nonetheless, this is a classic game though. This is a very good game. So Super Mario Kart. We have Maximum Carnage, the Super Nintendo version. I actually prefer this over the Genesis version. I just think it just plays a little bit better. One of the few LJN games that's actually good. I just love the Red Kart, man. The Red Kart is so damn awesome. But this is a very, very good game with a good soundtrack. I actually plan on reviewing Separation Anxiety Road. So here's one of my all-time favorites, Battletoads and Battle Maniacs. This game, this is one of the Super Nintendo games I grew up with. I could never beat the Snake level when I was a kid. I was able to beat Turbo Tone, but never the Snake level. But now eventually I can beat this game with my eyes closed. That's how good I am with this game, but I love this game. This is one of my all-time favorites. Here is Sonic Blastman 2. Now this is a reproduction card, as you can see. This game is way better than the first game. It plays a lot better, and there's multiplayer, you know, co-op. So really awesome game. Check that one out. We have Super Mario World. Crazy thing, this game is now 30 years old. One of the all-time greatest Mario games I've ever made. The music is so damn good. It's just, this game has aged like fine wine. This is such a great Mario game. So, all-time classic. Here we have perhaps one of my most expensive Super Nintendo games is Ninja Warriors. I paid a whopping $14. No, I'm just kidding. This is actually Power Rangers plastic case, but Ninja Warriors, I paid about $80, and I sold a spare N64, a GameCube, and a few games just to get this bad boy, and it was worth it. This game is so damn good. This is one of the best beat-em-ups on the Super Nintendo. It has an amazing soundtrack. This is actually a remake of the Ninja Warriors on the arcade and PC engine, except this is way better. So, great game. Super Mario All-Stars, another amazing game. This has Mario 1, 2, 3, and Lost Levels, except they're made for the Super Nintendo. And what is there to say about it? This is one that you have to pick up. I mean, this was just an amazing collection at the time. Alright, next up we have Mayamor and Power Rangers. This is a really fun beat 'em up that was also made by Natsume, who did Ninja Warriors. This is a great game, really fun Power Rangers game, and I actually stand by what I said about Power Rangers month. This is one of the best Power Rangers games in my opinion. So really interesting that they got it on their first try, but never got into it in the later years. Don't fall. Okay. We have some shmups. Darius Twin. This is a really fun shmup on the Super Nintendo. This is the first shmup on the Super Nintendo that actually had 2-player. So this is the one, that's kind of why this game did very well. It was made by Taito. This is a great game. Really good game. We have Gradius 3, one of my all-time favorite shmups on the Super Nintendo. I actually got this for $3. Really great game. And the music is so legendary. This game has phenomenal music. Very good music. Super R-Type. This game is really good, but there is a lot of slowdown. Kind of like Gradius 3, but the music is legendary in that game. And we have Dino City, which is a really fun platformer for the Super Nintendo, made by Ion. This is a pretty tough game. I did a review on this. This is a tough game, but it's pretty good. Let's keep going. Be very careful here. We still got a lot of stacks. Mega Man X. What is there to say about this? This is one of the greatest Mega Man games of all time. I once was able to beat this game with my eyes closed. This game is really, really good, and the music is, of course, a legendary. I mean, that's a running theme. The Super Nintendo had so many games with great soundtracks. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. This is a great co-op game. Very awesome game. And of course, Turtles in Time. What is there to say about this game? I just live streamed this game a week ago. This game is absolutely amazing, and like, there's no words to say it. This game is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, we're gonna skip this game because this is part of a trilogy that means a lot to me. Super Punch-Out. Awesome game. I absolutely love this Punch-Out game. It's kind of crazy how different this game is compared to the other ones. The other ones, the matches are a lot longer, but here you just have to knock your opponent 3 times and you win the match. So this is a really awesome game. ActRaiser. This is a really good game by Enix. Yuzo Koshiro did the music and it's very well done. I really, really enjoy ActRaiser a lot. This is a great game for the Super Nintendo. Alrighty. So we got this stack. So here we have Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. What is there to say about this Zelda game? This is another all-time classic game. I mean, this game is just too legendary to say any words. Killer Instinct, a pretty good version of Killer Instinct. It may not have been as good as the arcade, but still good. Oh boy, this game! Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. This game is great, but it's one of the most frustrating games I ever played in my life. The single player is so broken. If you're gonna play this game, play it on the easiest difficulty, and even then they don't give you the best ending, which sucks. So, very, very hard game. Secret of Mana. I actually have yet to play this game, unfortunately, but I'm planning to. This is, of course, one of the best of all time on the Super Nintendo. I need to thank Alex Molina for this, because this still means a lot to me. I still can't believe he gave this game to me. Super Mario RPG. Awesome game. This is such an amazing game by Square Enix and Nintendo. This is kind of where they got the idea of Paper Mario. This game is so good. Very good game. Disney's Goof Troop. Can you believe that the guy that made Resident Evil did this game? So yeah, he actually did this game. And this game is really good. I have not played it since the day I beat it back in 2016, but this is a great puzzle game. Very good puzzle game. Earth Defense Force, another shmup that I actually have not had time to really play. Didn't really get into that one that much. Tiny Two Adventures Buster Busters. This is another one I haven't really played a whole lot of it. There's a football level that really pissed me off. Mortal Kombat 3 on the Super Nintendo. I actually really like this version a lot. I really love this version a lot of Mortal Kombat 3. And of course, do I need to say anything about this game? Contra 3. I don't know what is there to say about this game. This game is absolutely legendary. One of my favorite Contras. However, though, to me, Contra Hardcore is still the best one. But this is the one that got me into the Contra series. So I have to thank this game for that reason. Alright, this is the last stack, I believe. And I'm wondering... Oh, okay, yeah, I see it. Alright, here we have Castlevania 4. This is the Super Famicom version that actually has blood and all that. This is a very, very good Castlevania game. One of the best in my opinion. So, really good Castlevania game. I'll just play it here for now. UN Squadron, a great shmup on the Super Nintendo. Can be a little bit difficult because it has some RPG elements, but it's a very, very good shmup. So very happy to have that. SimCity, I'm gonna be honest, I never got into this game. I know a lot of people really love this game, but I never got into it for some reason. But I'm including it here because, again, this is one of the best on the Super Nintendo. We got Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. This is a really good game. Very good platformer by Capcom. So the Sega Genesis had the World Illusion games. Super Nintendo had Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. However, though, this game, though, Circus Mystery, which is actually Magical Quest Part 2, this game actually was on the Genesis, very strangely. This was the only one that actually was released on 2 systems, but this game is really good. The third one was only released in Japan, but we did get it on the GBA. That game is really good, but I didn't like that in the last level, if you get a game over, you start the level all over again. I'm like, what? That didn't happen in 1 and 2 and most of 3. Why that level? Well, anyways, this is Aladdin for the Super Nintendo. This game gets a little bit of a bad reputation because it's not as good as the Genesis one, but I still really enjoyed this one. We got Batman Returns. This is a very good beat 'em up by Konami. Very good game by Konami. Mortal Kombat 2, one of my favorite versions of all time of Mortal Kombat 2. This is my go-to version of Mortal Kombat 2 next to the 32X version. And Sailor Moon R, which is the second Sailor Moon beat 'em up on the Super Nintendo, which is a really fun game. Really good game. Alright, the last 3, of course you know these 3 games really well because they're my favorite trilogy of all time. We have Donkey Kong Country 1. I mean, this series means a lot to me. I just love this game so much. But here is my favorite game of all time, Donkey Kong Country 2. It basically took what made Donkey Kong Country 1 so good, but makes it even better. I really enjoy this game a lot. And last but not least, Donkey Kong Country 3, which I will be live streaming when this game turns 25 years old. So, but I really enjoy 3 a lot. So yeah, that is my Super Nintendo collection. I got rid of a couple of games, but I still have about 53 Super Nintendo games, which that's a really good collection. And a lot of the games I've shown you are some of the best on the system. There's still a lot I'm still missing though. But what can you do? Super Nintendo games have gotten really expensive, but I hope you guys enjoy my video. I mean, this system means a lot to me. It's the reason why I got into gaming in the first place. This system right here. There's so much I've been through with the system. I still have my original model, but it's really yellow and I don't want to show it to you. But I absolutely love the Super Nintendo Junior though. I really love this version of the Super Nintendo. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys on my next video. Happy 30th anniversary and happy 30th birthday to the Super Nintendo. Peace.